So, welcome back to part two of the October Sacred Rhythms forecast with myself, Roberta Robbins, and my lovely friend Nancy Reed. We are here still with our Cosmic Earth Weavers community, and we are about to do the cards, pulling the cards weekly that Nancy and I've started to do. This maybe about our fourth time now, doing adding this in, and we really enjoy it. It's lots of fun, and it's always interesting. Nancy's on the West Coast. I'm out here or Eastern Ontario. And it's magical as the energies like to move intuitively together to give us that support. So we pull cards for the week by week, pulling in the energetics, the support that's coming in for us to help us and guide us. So this week, or this month, I'm going to be using, I always do a tarot and I do Oracle, and I'm going to be using Chris Ann's Light Seers Tarot, and then went back to the classic Moonology, the very first deck. So, starting with our first week here in October, so we're going to start with, right from the beginning, that first week. Today we're on the second already as we're pulling, but this will be for, as coming into this month because I think we're just all kind of realizing it's October. So calling in the support and guidance for us collectively for this first week of October 2024. Of course, I'm not even going to show it to you yet because I want to just pull my two cards right now. So I'm going to go to my Oracle and pull a card for us to go with this. And I love this. So I'm going to do my first two cards and then Nancy's going to do hers. The tarot that comes up is 13 and it's death and rebirth. I mean, Lily, if you're watching this over on my YouTube channel, go back and listen to what we just spoke about for this month of energy. We are in this beautiful death and rebirth. We're moving towards that Scorpio season. And it's saying like you're in it. This is the energetics. And I really do get the sense that we are going to, I can feel like we're really feeling it in this first week, and it'll start to shift and transform a bit as we go through. But this first week is saying, you're in it. You're in this portal. Who knows? Like, go within. Like, look at this card. Like, go within. There's more in there. There's more in you, right? Into the new beginning. And then the oracle card that went with it here is your commitment is being tested. Your commitment is being tested. And this is the first quarter moon on this particular card, the energetics undertone for it. So your commitment is being tested. And it feels like, it's like the commitment. What commitment? The commitment to this journey, the commitment to yourself, the commitment to be present in where we are, right? And where you want to keep moving forward. You have a choice point. I hear them saying you have a choice point. You can stay in the old, in the hard, whatever, you can keep clinging. It's just you're gonna still be pulled forward. It's just how do you want to navigate it? So you get the choice of what you want to commit to and your growth, this journey and where we are, and that we're in this death and rebirth. Nancy?
So then we follow, I'm using the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I just love the imagery in this one. So that's Alberto Villadio. And I always get his name wrong. So sorry, but and call it
Sorry, Alberto.
but because anyway, I love this deck. And then I also do the cardology cards. And this month I'm using my Scooby Doo cards. Those who know my email address and my Instagram handle, it's Scooby. And it always comes out in October, the whole mystery machine and all of that. Anyway, so the first card we have is Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation. So that just feels so important when we're thinking about where we're moving forward and what we want to choose, and just being like, I feel like right here with the golden heart there, it's like just really honoring your being, your presence, your commitment to self, like Roberta shared, and then we talked about a little today a bit the chaos that's around that can feel like it's around you, and just being really centered, but also maybe allowing that chaos to move us forward. Like, um, I was thinking about it last night. Sometimes the most profound changes that we make come from that, like, oh my God, I can't be here in this energy anymore. I must move forward. And so it's like this eclipse energy, this death and rebirth is all allowing us to move forward. So while we are doing that, we have the Three of Hearts. And so the Three of Hearts really wants to remind us to amplify love right now, to amplify love of self, love of all of those around us, um, love of this experience, even if it feels difficult, right? It's like, and you see how they're the little men in their suits of armor, right? But the two of them down here are upside down. It's like, to me, it was like, let go of your armor, let your shields down, let the love in and let the love out. So just really focusing on amplifying love and bringing down those boundaries and those barriers, but also knowing that there are, you know, times where you need to have boundaries. So it is a bit of like, don't let them all down just to be attacked, right? I hope I'm making sense. I feel like it is just that really just tapping into your own heart and then amplifying from there. And then I just had another thing that came through and it slipped. So if it comes back, I'll let you know.
That Dust Devil, is that Dust Devil?
Yes.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Tasmanian
Yes.
Devil, like Looney Tunes, right? Looney Tunes.
Totally.
Um, and just like the energy, like let the stuff's being picked up and stirred around, but it's cleaning, clearing, right? There's this feel to it. Oh.
Yes.
All right, so on to the first full week, so the second week of October. So that is the 7th to the 13th. You know what we didn't say over in the other realm of things of numerology is we start this month in a very clean, clear one. Like there's energy is moving really fast because we start October 1st on one energy day, and it's a nice, quick, flowy energy that's happening. Um, so so all of our day numbers are lining up, right, to our days. So the second week, the 7th to the 13th, card first, please support us. The Queen of Cups is coming out. So we're going to navigate those emotions, I think, and surrender here. And I'm just going to pull the card, oracle card, please, to go with this support. All right. So the tarot card is this one here, the Queen of Cups. See, she's like surrendering, hands up, prayer, receiving. She has her beautiful cup in front of her. She's partly sitting in water, this particular card. And there's this surrender and knowing, and there's crown that's floating above her head. And it's so the Queen of Cups is that energy of navigating in the fullness of you, in your feminine energy, in the knowing and the intuition, and being, I don't even want to say in control, but in mastery of the emotions and the feels and the water and the flow through yourself. So it feels like we're starting next week with going, okay, there's a lot of stuff, and I'm now getting this understanding, this depth of being able to steep into the mastery of myself and all of these emotions that are happening. And the oracle card that came in with it is full moon in Capricorn. So there's that, Capricorn is sure, grounded, earthy cardinal sign. And the message here is the end of a tough cycle approaches. That was my little when I saw the card. An end of a tough cycle approaches. And, that's going in with that week where we have Pluto on the 11th, stationing direct in the last essence of Capricorn, right? The last, just moving. So we're starting to see there's a glimpse. I can see like an opening that will feel the opportunity to go, oh, I see where we're going or where I'm going and the goodness that's there. What do you got there, Nancy?
So I think we've had this friend before, but I love this card so much. So it's joyful inspiration, right? And it's just all, or joyful muse inspiration. And it's just like, yes, it's the 3-3 card too, right? So 6. And so it's just inviting us to remember what feels good and to allow space for inspiration to come in through joy. So and here the beautiful cat with his butterfly eyes is like, he's got his music, he's got his paints, but what is it to you? Like, what can you do for yourself in next week that allows that space for you? Maybe it's a walk in nature, maybe it's curling up with your favorite book, maybe it's creating a meal that you enjoy, maybe it's a specific craft. Roberta and I were doing witches ladders recently, something like that, but deliberately create space for something that brings you joy. And then let that energy create more inspiration for love and joy to enter into your life. Um, and then we have, along with that, we have the 7 of Hearts. And so this is just all about unconditional love, like just loving yourself so deeply that you get to go and have your favorite hamburger from the smorgasbord of hamburger life. Like, just think of Scooby and Shaggy, like, and how exuberant they are for life and their favorite things, right? Like, they are just like, it does not matter. Shaggy eats Scooby snacks all the time for like, he's the human eating the dog snacks, but they bring him joy. So allow yourself to channel your inner Scooby and Shaggy and just allow space for joy next week.
Oh my, oh my. So I was just thinking a lot there with Shaggy and Scooby. Enjoy what you enjoy.
Yes, exactly.
That's
With
it.
no judgment, with
Yeah.
no
So, the other thing that happens during that the second week, the 7th to the 13th, we also have Jupiter going retrograde on the 9th. And Jupiter, I always think abundance, blessings, amplifying energy, right? And so when there's retrogrades, it's a slowing down, reflective, could be respective too, reflective energy. And so there's this, I think this energy that's coming in that's also saying, look at all the blessings, like really see them, slow down and seep into them too. So the other energetics that are coming in there with all of this beauty of these messages for us. So moving into the third week, the 14th to the 20th, we will have our full moon on the 17th, the Aries, the fiery I am energy starting energy of Aries. Card for us, please. So tarot is the 6 of Wands. And oracle, please, for the third week. So 6 of Wands. When I always think of the 6 of Wands, there's this like in classic tarot. He's coming, the knight, the warrior is coming back from trials and tribulations, from war, from this journey that he's been out on. And the community, his village is like welcoming home. He has survived. He has done this task. He's made it back. And there's a celebration. And this particular card here, there's this celebration, the open arms. There's, I don't know if you can see, it's like she's on a stage, right? And there's people, like this white here is like people in the crowd rejoicing energy, and the six and the wands, the fire, the emotions that are there with that, and the celebration. So it's almost like it feels like there's this like deeper breath even coming in from the hearts, right, of the Queen of Cups that we was that my that was my last week. Yeah, the Queen of Cups, right? So this honoring of the heart and the emotions things. This is like the six of coming in of harmony and balance, which we are in our last week, a Libra season. And it's just like allowing that come in and realize what your journey has been. And there's people cheering you on. And then the oracle card will says, nothing will come of this situation. Avoid course moon. So, I feel like as soon as I saw that, it's like this extra little message of kind of like at the end of this Libra season, end of this, as we're closing out the eclipse season, we have the full moon. It's like, it's okay. If there's something still stirring or you're worrying about, lean in and trust. It's okay. Nothing will come of this. So if there's any other things that are spiking up in your energy, in your mind, it's like this extra little reminder in there.
Love that. So then this one is many masks, authentic self. And so it's like, okay, like, here you go. Here is your opportunity to, you have a choice. You can wear these various masks that are portrayed here in the cards, or you can shed the masks and show up truly as you are and be your true self. And knowing you've got that Six of Wands energy that Roberta shared about, supporting you to truly step in to your oneness and who you are, and allowing that to just shine through. I love that it's like it's a very muted card, like the grays and whites. It's like it's this canvas that you get to paint, and you get to, from your joyful musing last week, where it was a very colorful, bright card. It's like, okay, from that, what do I choose to bring? What colors do I want to paint with in this energy? Um, it's really beautiful, and it's got like different faces through the card, and it's just like, yes. And there's also opportunities where you may want to have that mask, and that's okay too, as long as it's your choice. And then the card that went along with it is that 10 of clubs energy. So it's really, there are lots of choices, there are many options, and you get to be of this choice. And so when you pulled that void of moon card, right? Like nothing will come of this. It, to me, that actually related to this as well, because it's like, yes, there are so many choices, and maybe something isn't coming in one, but guess what? You've got 9 other choices. You get to pick and choose again. It doesn't mean that this is the end, like, oh my God, it's all falling down. It's a chance to be, okay, well, then I'm going to try this one, or I'm going to try this one. It just opens up that possibility and that unfolding potential that we talked about on our previous part of this call.
And I love that card, your oracle card there, if you want to hold.
Yeah.
It's like, reminds me kind of the message, the part one of this is like coming through just so clean and clear and new and fresh. It's like, what do you get? What do you get to choose? All right, so moving ourselves through to the following week, the last full week. So the 21st to the 27th. I believe there's just a few days left of this month, but that fourth week, 21st, I want to say the 22nd a lot, 21st to the 27th. Of course, we're just finishing that very last day on the 21st of Libra, before on that Tuesday, the 22nd, we say hello, Scorpio. Oracle card, please, to support us for this week. And our tarot is the Three of Wands. Looking out, starting a new journey. Where are we going to go? We're ready. I'm just going to pull an oracle card, please, support for us. Oh, well, and we get the Aries new moon on this one. So it's almost like the bounce of like then going towards that of it's time to take action. So we get these two cards here. So we look at the first one here. She's ready to go. New journey, free, abundance, new adventures, blessings, the fire, the action. So when we have wands, it's the initiation, the fire of something that's ready to take action and movement, which we have Aries here, which is all about that cardinal sign, get moving fire sign. And Lily is time to take action. I mean, this is kind of like, this is a double down moment message coming from spirit of like, there this week when we start to move into that Scorpio season, there is that possibility of like that feeling, the energetics and the fire of things that will start pointing, okay, you can start moving forward. This season right now, still as we are in Libra and just going through and get ready to hopefully close out this eclipse season, it's not a lot of action right now. It's a lot of this first 3 weeks is just, just breathe and be. And then we get towards the end. Then there's something moving, possibility grow. And it may not, I'm thinking also with this, especially looking at this as Three of Wands, she's not running. There's not a running out action movement. She's looking out, but she's got her board. She's got her fire, they're lit, they're ready. She's looking out in the water. So it's this energy of moving into Scorpio season of like, okay, I think I feel more supported and ready for there to be something. What is that? What am my energy dreaming out? What has been transpiring? And then I'm ready to step out. Maybe it's a step forward. Maybe it's just starting to gather some of the things you need for it. It's not like a horse, racing out from the gate, right? It's not that energy. It's like, I have some things. Where do I want to go? Maybe it's just one direction. And it feels like this pause and this transformational week to move you into the rest. What do you got there, Nancy?
So this card is Crown Games, Right Use of Power. And it's an 8. So it wants to remind us that we are in this beautiful 8 energy year, right? Like, yes, we have had a lot of pausing and releasing and letting go in October. And there's also so much abundance here. And there's abundance in the releasing and in the letting go and in the transformation. And also like the right use of power to me really feels like stepping into your own power again, remembering you've gathered your resources, you're ready to move out with that Aries energy, that everything that Roberta talked about, right? Like it's like, yes. And you see how so here's the crown and her head, but it's not, and then her arms are actually above it. So it's like her head has actually moved down to where her heart is. And we are also moving back into the hearts that week. So we are starting Scorpio season with the King of Hearts, right? And so it's like remembering that our true power comes from our heart and our true knowing of self, and just to honor that and to honor your own personal power and to let that be where you are choosing to move forward from. I love like the colors in it. It's just like so
Can you
warm.
hold that up if they're
Yeah.
really close? Crown of Games. Yeah, I have that deck and I've never seen that card.
Neither have I. And I was just like, ooh, like look at all the magic coming out of her fingers and just like, oh, like the fiery energy. And then we're gonna partner that with the 9 of Diamonds, which that's that I've talked about it before, that release to receive, just like let go so that more is able to come in for you, seeing what it is you want in this physical world, right? And it's like the one in the middle is up at the top here, which just really feels to me the Scooby in the middle, but usually that would be a diamond. But that's like, yes, like it's your time to receive. Like, allow all of this beautiful receiving energy to come in, and um, we'll do another Scooby analogy and just like have your mouth wide open for all of those Scooby snacks to come flying in. I'm sorry, but you know I love my Scooby.
So I'm just like having these other imageries of things too.
I'm sure.
And I'm gonna have Scooby Dooby Doo in my freaking head all bloody day. I can hear that. I mean, I haven't watched Scooby and the Gang or any of that in so long, but now my brain's going, and actually I have this, like, I can see the characters from the movie when they did, with
Yeah.
Buffy and a whole bunch of them. I'm like, maybe I need to go watch that. For fun.
Yes.
For fun. Either I'm imagining things. If anybody else saw it go across my screen, did anybody see like a little flickery of something go on my screen? Like I was like, is there a bug? Like a little fly? But it was like a little light energy of something. And let me know if you saw it, or I'm just possibly imagining things. And I want to go back to listen because maybe it was during, a particular something you were seeing at that time. I'm not taking all those cards. Okay, so this last week, the last 4 days, 28th to the 31st, to the 31st. Should I put I have my witch's hat hanging right there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Halloween's coming in. All right, card to support us, please, for this last few days. And you know what's so funny? I swear it's probably the 2 cards that wanted to come out. I said no, but 2 cards wanted to come out, and I have a feeling it was these 2. And it's funny, my hangman was upside down on it. So the first card is the Hermit. So this going into self and enlightenment and seeing something, but it came with the hangman, and the hangman was upside down. So it just feels, do you see the double? It's like there's an opening of understanding, of enlightenment, of going in and seeing that. And hangman typically, right, is this, and seeing things from a different perspective and emptying out what we don't need, right? Because things are falling out of his pockets when he's hanging upside down too. But she's on this beautiful, as Chris has done this beautiful drawing, reaching into the unknown with like symbols and that. But because it wanted, I swear, I saw 2 cards before, and I think it literally said, hey, you really need to take these 2 cards. So there's this, an opening, which is, we have the veil thinning, right? And there's this opening and understanding of things that are coming in. So I'm going to pull our Oracle card. Your dreams need a practical plan, and it's the full moon in Taurus. So it's like this extra, like, you're starting to understand these dreams and what you want, and then what's the plan that's going to happen. Just that reminder, and it feels like goes with that 3 of Wands from the week before, what seeing. So also knowing it needs to ground in, earth in your choices, and with this awakening and understanding of self and the wisdom, the enlightenment of what's coming in for you with this, it feels like whatever you set yourself for to finish this month of October into that next fresh new one energy month of November, there is like, what is that fresh, grounded, earthy energy going to support you?
So then we have the benefactor, grace and generosity. So like, look just how happy these little mice are together, playing in the mushrooms, and they've got the crown, and it's just like, to me, it just feels like this beautiful energy of fun and giving. And think about Halloween, like kids coming and trick-or-treating, and you're generously giving away candy to them, right? And it's just like being in that place of just pure joy and giving for giving's sake. nothing to do with receiving. And like they almost feel like they're being cocooned in this mushroom. Like it's holding them, it's holding this beautiful energy. There's like the roses, like it's really that reminder of love and grace for yourself and for others. And then I left these cards. Sometimes I pull the jokers out of the deck and sometimes I leave them in. And I was like, this deck needs to have it in. So we pulled the Joker card for the final card of the week. So that is really like all bets are off. Anything is possible. And so, like, thinking about Halloween specifically and the time leading up to and Samhain and all of the magic that is happening this entire month of October, right? Like it's not just a day, it's not just it's a season, right? And it's allowing allow yourself to be surprised. What is in your mystery machine? What is showing up for you, right? Like just really letting go of all the shoulds like we talked about earlier and creating space for magic to unfold, because as we are trying to control it too much, it's not going to happen. So just knowing that you are supported by this magical mystery machine of your life that wants to bring you all of your dreams that and this is going to be the vehicle for your plan to come in motion.
I swear, these last two cards that you pulled with, talking about all the Scooby snacks and, this machine, I can't help but feel like whatever trip you want to take yourself on, whatever Scooby snacks you may need, enjoy the ride.
Yes.
And along with that is, walking through that veil, right? Going through the veil. So, just to finish this off, I had a very clear message about pulling out this deck that I really I pull out mainly only around this time of the year. Beautiful individual in Ireland. This is her deck. I got it quite a few years ago from her. She brought her beautiful artwork into this, and she only once a year puts out when she puts in small orders, and you can order this deck. It is Wisdom of the Cailleach. And so to finish out this month, because I did pull a card for this to come into this month, which was over in part 1 for us. That beautiful card, which was starting this month with the overall, for those of you that didn't see part 1 video, see the beauty, gratitude, the sacred is everywhere. So we're going to finish this out with a card here for us. Woo. Harvest Hag.
Ooh.
It's getting ready. It's the medicine. It's the harvest that we're in. We're coming to that the third harvest, the reaping, right? And the cutting down and prepping, and that final putting things to sleep for the winter season. And she's got this beautiful hair medicine with her. And so I'm going to just go. Oh, right there. It came open right up on the thing. It says, I am rowan berries on a thread, fleet-footed hair beneath the moon, the keen-eyed reaping blade. I am the seed, the sickle, and the sheaf, the ebb and the flow of land and sun, life's waxing and decrease. I am your call to roam across the land, to fill your arms with grain and fruit, to reap the golden harvest, laughter, love, and tears. So this is one of her, in this deck, she has the wise woman Cailleach cards. And then she has the other cards in it. So it's a beautiful deck with Jane's beautiful artwork and her words and medicine. So we are left with her the Harvest Hag.
Beautiful. Mhm.
So, Nancy.
So because we kept talking about our going on our trip, I was like, well, sometimes people need a map for their trip. So from this deck, the final card that I pulled was Wishing Well. So this month, make your wishes, reach into the well of the universe and reach up, like throw in your wishes and be willing to reach in and pull them out. What are the things that you want? What are you pulling into fruition? When you're reaching through the veil, what are you pulling back with you to experience in this timeline right now? Um, and allow yourself to play with that. Let it be fun. Wish upon stars, blow out candles, whatever it feels good for you, and making wishes when you see numbers, all the things. Um, know that you are being supported by the magic of the universe.
Beautiful. Thank you, everybody that has been here live on our call in the Cosmic Milk Weavers community. I see your messages. I will respond to them. Hello, Samantha and Rosalie. And I think I saw Michelle in there. Thank you for being with us. And thank you, Nancy, for this beautiful time together. And I hope you guys all have a beautiful month. We'll see you when we see you. Don't forget, we have the calendars up for group things for our community. As of next Monday is our healing room. And 2 weeks later, we have our soul social, where we come into that private sacred space to just share and chat and about where we're at in life and allow ourselves to be. So enjoy this month, enjoy this day, where you are on this eclipse new moon day. So thank you, everybody, and see you next time.